Boom, let's get it. There we go. Got that on. Let me move this over here. Move myself up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and throw chat on the screen. Where is that at? I can't even see where the heck that's at. I'm blue. Where the heck is the chat box at? Oh, here it is. It just wasn't showing that well because it's in red. Why did I do this? You know, maybe red wasn't the perfect color to put on the background. Don't know why I did that. That was stupid of me. But yeah, we gonna be live over on YouTube. Come slide through. What's good with YouTube chat? What's good with the YouTube chat? We are live over here. Come slide through. Monday Night Raw recap. Here to YouTube right here. Y'all can see it right above my head. Come slide through. What's good with that? Oh, whoops. I cannot see it. Okay, there we go. Now I can see stuff. I ain't been live on YouTube in a hot minute. Well, this YouTube at least. I've not been live on this YouTube in a hot minute. Make sure you do hit this YouTube, by the way, if you're on TikTok. Not my other one. That's the gaming channel. This one is the very first one that shows up. It just says Ash Wayne. It doesn't say Ash Play, nothing like that. Let me go ahead and mute this as well. But yeah, we live over on YouTube, Monday Night Raw recap. Come slide through. What's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? Yeah, overall, Monday Night Raw I thought was pretty good, though. I thought it was a pretty good show. It's been, like I said, it's been getting a bit better. It's slowly getting a bit better. That first episode definitely was not what it was supposed to be, or at least not what it was hyped up to be. Second episode, you know, it did its thing. It did its thing. This episode, though, I thought was a bit better. Overall, what I would just have liked to seen a bit more is still more of the things that I've been talking about. Still more of the things I have talked about multiple times now. Whoops, let me flip this. There we go. Still what I'd like to see is more of what I've been talking about multiple times now is the women's side of things. The women's side of things needs to be done a lot better. I got 2 women's matches. It was a 2.5 hour show. So, you know, I got 2 women's matches. Don't really like that too much. I like to see more from the women's side of things. Didn't even really get to see much of Lyra. You know, like they showed off Lyra. They hyped up Lyra, told us that we were going to be seeing Lyra and all that stuff. Didn't get to see Lyra. Didn't get to see Lyra at all. You know, it was just like a really quick little nobody believed in me and now I got to where I'm at kind of thing. And it's just like, I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I want to see more from Lyra. I want to see, like, if you're going to, if you're putting the IC title on her because you have a lot of belief in Lyra. So why are we not seeing more of Lyra? We need to see more of her. Same thing with Braun Breaker. My mid-carders, I need to see more of them. I get to see a lot of Chelsea Green. I'm not seeing a lot of Lyra Valkyria, though. I know she just got the title, but if you're hyping her up to be on the show, put her on the dang show. Don't put her in a package. Someone said over on TikTok, Jay or Gunther. I want Jay to win it. I want Jay to win it because I was talking about on a live earlier on TikTok. I was saying that I would have Jay Uso win this title and then lose it at Elimination Chamber. It's a short reign, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't need a long reign with the belt. Edge is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time in WWE, and he had 2 short reigns. He had 2 short reigns, and that is fine. We don't need to see 6, 7, 8 month reigns from people that don't need to have a 6, 7, 8 month reign. If you're just you're a really hyped up wrestler, you've done a lot for the business and all that, I don't need to see you have an 8 month reign if I feel like you're not gonna have a great 8 month reign. Just give you a 1-2 month reign and then drop it to Seth Rollins. I think that'd be perfect because now Seth is starting to get stuff with Sammy. Obviously, Sammy and Jay are cool. So if Seth does go after Sammy, we're going to see Jay get involved. If Jay has the world title, you can have Jay drop it to Seth, and then that sets up Seth and CM Punk because CM Punk has already said, I ain't got no business with you unless you got that title. And right now he doesn't have the title, so CM Punk doesn't care. But if Seth has the title, CM Punk is going to 100% care. That allows us to get CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, and we ain't got to go through all the kind of hoops. Now, I know that does kind of say, like, well, what do you do with Gunther? If Ilya's back, I mean, I know a lot of people would have loved to have seen Ilya versus Gunther for the title. But if you're telling me I'm going to get Ilya versus Gunther regardless, title or no title, I'm here for it, man. Give me Ilya versus Gunther. Give me Ilya versus Gunther. I will 100% take that. So yeah, I would go with Jey Uso to beat Gunther. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. I know not everyone's the biggest, Jey Uso fan because he can't wrestle, he can't do this, that, and all that. But I think he's absolutely phenomenal. I think he deserves it. I know the IC title reign wasn't the longest reign in the world, but hey, you know what? You don't need long reigns. By the way, for those of y'all that are on TikTok, we're live over on YouTube. Come slide through. So yeah, I would do that. Somebody says, I don't get what they're doing with Roxanne and Bayley at this point. Roxanne and Bayley is a storyline that is going to be a very long one in the making. It's a very long story in the making. Obviously, Bayley talked about how she's mentored Roxanne and all that stuff. So this is one that goes back to like when Roxanne was just a kid. And then obviously, if you've been watching WWE over the past few years, my bad, hit my keyboard. If you've been watching WWE over the past few years, you've known that Roxanne has already debuted on the main roster. Back in, I want to say 2022, she was in a team with Raquel and I forgot somebody else, but they were going against Damage Control. And then Bayley and Roxanne had a backstage confrontation. I think this was way before Roxanne ever won a title. But clearly she was getting built up to be one of those next big stars in WWE. So this feud right now with Roxanne and Bayley has already had, little sprinkles here and there. So it does make sense. Also, this is just going to get Roxanne into that big picture scene. That's why they're doing a lot with Bayley. I think that's why they're showing Bayley off so much, is because they're going to push a Roxanne feud. And with showing off Bayley so much and having a Roxanne feud, that means we got Roxanne on Friday Night SmackDown. We got to see her there. We got to see her on Monday Night Raw. So now both audiences are getting to see one Roxanne Perez. What that does is that just gets her more traction because she's going to be a star. Roxanne Perez is going to be one of the top women in WWE. I have a video coming in a few days, but I'll kind of like just give you a little bit. I believe that Roxanne is going to make her debut at the Royal Rumble. I think what should happen in this video, I said that, I guess I'm just going to spoil a little bit of this video. I believe Charlotte or Becky should come out first, and then Becky or Charlotte, whoever comes out first, the other one should follow afterwards. Then have Bayley come out after those two, but you gotta have your little stare down with Charlotte and Becky, and then have Roxanne come out after Bayley. Then you have all four of them standing in the ring together, and it's basically saying that these women, Charlotte, Becky, Bayley, and obviously Mercedes Moné, did so much for WWE. The four horsewomen. Now we're passing it off to Roxanne Perez. Basically saying that she's the next one up. She's going to be one of the women carrying this company along with some of the other women like a Rhea, like a Liv, like a Io. I would say Nia, but Nia's like already way past, like Nia's already 40. She's not going to be the future of WWE unless they want to continue pushing Nia more and more and push her into that mid-card scene and be one of the top, competitors in the mid-card scene, which they really could do. But yeah, no, Roxanne is basically being pushed to be one of those next top women in WWE. So, and I'm really happy about that because I'm a very big Roxanne Perez fan. I absolutely love Roxanne. I think she's one of the most talented prospects coming out of NXT in a very long time, not just on the women's side, but on the men's side of things. I think when you look at Roxanne and everything she has, we haven't seen a talent like Roxanne Perez since the Four Horsewomen. I believe that they've been the biggest thing to come out of NXT. I believe she's the biggest thing to come out of NXT since those four women. You got Bianca, you got Rhea. I feel like Bianca and Rhea, while they were very talented coming out of NXT, they still had some areas that they had to work on. Mainly the mic skills. They had the wrestling skills down. They could play both sides. Hey, baby. They could play both sides and all that, but the big thing with that separates Roxanne from Rhea and Bianca is the mic skills. She has that. She can go bar for bar with a Bayley. She can go bar for bar with a CM Punk. She can go bar for bar with really a lot of women on the roster, and that's why I do believe that eventually we're going to get a Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss feud. Hopefully they do Alexa Bliss right. They don't, they don't just treat her like garbage once they bring her back. That's kind of how they started doing her towards like the second half of her run. She wasn't really treated like the same Alexa Bliss. She didn't have they just really didn't allow her to do what she was doing before that. Now, she did have some cool work with Bray Wyatt and stuff like that, but didn't really get to do much else. She was in a tag team with Nikki Cross at one point. I wasn't really here for it. I thought it was just a cool tag team. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what the future is like with one Roxanne Perez, because it's possible. I know a lot of people say that they don't want her to go against Rhea because Rhea's going to bury her, and I was one of the people that said that as well. But it's possible that she might be one of the people to dethrone Rhea, although I think she's going to get Lyra first. I think she's going to eventually have that feud with her. But like someone was asking earlier on TikTok, how did I feel about this overall Raw? Like I said, it was a pretty dang good Raw. A lot better than what the past 2 weeks have been. I felt the past 2 weeks were just kind of there. I loved the Jay Gunther segment. Both of them were able to cook each other. Obviously, Gunther cooked a little more than Jay. They don't be letting Jay cook like that. They really, really don't. I don't know why. It's like when Jay goes against certain people, he's just not allowed to do what he usually can do, and I don't like that at all. I wish they would allow Jay to do his thing a lot more. I wish they would have allowed Jay to cook Gunther a bit more on the mic and really show what he can do. They didn't do that, though, sadly. But yeah, no, it was a pretty good promo. It's setting up to be a pretty good match where I said I do believe that Jay should take the belt from Gunther. I think Gunther, it's time for him to lose the belt. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Gunther at all. I don't think he's horrible by any means, but I think Gunther's reign with the World Heavyweight title just has not been the way it was with the IC title. And the issue is they're just not, he had Imperium. He had this big old faction with him. They were basically they were one of the two factions running Friday Night SmackDown along with the Bloodline. And then you move them over to Raw and they're running Raw. What's happening now? He has no faction. It's literally just Gunther. And it's like, that's cool and all, but we need more. We need more. We need to see Gunther looking like dominant Gunther. We need to see Imperium looking like dominant Imperium, but we're not seeing that. We're seeing Ludwig get beat every single dang week. I don't even know if this man has had a win so far within like the past 2-3 months. This man has been getting whooped every single time. It's just they don't look like the way they used to, and I think it's time to just take the belt off of Gunther, give it over to Jay, go back to your super big top guys, and allow Gunther to kind of, allow them to reassess what they want to do with Gunther, which I believe the next direction should be, as I've said many times now, adding Ilya Dragunov to Imperium. I think he should be the one to dethrone. I mean, he should be like I think Gunther should get that belt back eventually. My bad. I think Gunther should get the belt back eventually. Once he gets Ilya Dragunov and Imperium, start the big reign this time where you have Gunther and Imperium look like the super dominant faction in WWE, and then have Ilya dethrone Gunther. Kind of similar to how they did with Jay and Roman, where eventually Jay not betrayed, but finally turned his back on Roman after all the abuse that Roman had put him through. Do the same thing here. Have Gunther really just abuse Ilya Dragunov to the point where Ilya just finally says, no, I'm not taking this. I am not some, punching bag. Finally stands up for himself because the crowd loves Ilya. Everybody loves Ilya Dragunov, and they're going to absolute pop when he finally does turn on one Gunther and is able to dethrone Gunther and get that World Heavyweight title. I think he would absolutely, kill with that. Excuse me. I think he would absolutely kill with that title. So that's the direction I would go, because right now Gunther just doesn't have anything else left. If you go Gunther versus CM Punk, it's cool. It's cool, but I wouldn't personally do it. I don't know how much I love the feud for Gunther specifically, because I feel like what does Gunther gain from this CM Punk feud? He's going to get cooked by CM Punk on the mic. We know that is going to happen. And then he's going to carry the match only to lose the match to CM Punk because we got to put CM Punk over because CM Punk needs his Mania win. Like, is that the direction we're going to go with things? Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Instead, I would have Gunther maybe go against somebody else at this Mania. Maybe you get him back into some IC title pictures. Maybe you get him back into some United States Championship pictures. Something. I don't know. I would get him out of the world title picture for right now. Maybe you can even have him be gone for a minute too. Maybe miss this Mania and then come back to Raw after Mania as an absolute monster going after whoever had the title and then put the title back onto him. You could have like I said, you could have Jay win it from Gunther, have Seth win it from Jay, and then if you want to go Punk beating Seth, I guess. I personally would just keep Seth the title and then have, Gunther get it at some point. I don't know. But I wouldn't want, heck, maybe you can even have Gunther win it down the line. Maybe you could have Gunther feud with somebody else who has the IC title. I don't know. It probably won't be Braun Breaker around that time. I think somebody gets the title off of Braun before. Heck, you could even have Sheamus win the title from Braun and then Gunther take the title from Sheamus and say that this title needs prestige again because I dropped it, like I lost it and look what happened. Y'all did nothing with it. But yeah, overall, I did really like the Jay Gunther stuff. I'm here for the Jay Gunther stuff. Like I said, I hope Jay wins, but we'll see what happens. Kofi and Rhea, gotta talk about that, man, because absolutely phenomenal match, man. They reminded us with this match just how talented these two men are. Kofi still got it in the ring. Like, I could legitimately see Kofi in title pictures, maybe not the top spot. I think that time has passed, but like the mid-card spot, just being a competitor in that spot, he could still put on an absolutely phenomenal match. And that's what tonight really was. Tonight was just a lot of phenomenal matches besides the Penta Pete Dunne match, which I'll talk about in a little bit. Tonight was just absolutely phenomenal matches from start, minus that one part, to finish. Just amazing. And Kofi and Rhea probably had the best match of the night. Maybe second best match after Rhea Nia, because Nia Bailey, because that match was just, like I said, every Nia Bailey match is just a freaking 5-star match. These women do not have bad matches. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swap over to YouTube, y'all. Oh my goodness gracious. I hate when I gotta swap on over and all that stuff. Let's go live on YouTube. No, I don't want to put gaming. What the heck? Add a topic. I don't know. We just chatting. Why is it always got to do that? I don't know. WWE 2K24. Sure. Other. You know what? TikTok, you're already pissing me off to start this year off. Already had a whole bunch of issues with TikTok this damn year, you know. TikTok is just, oh, brother. Can't believe they really put us in timeout, man. They really told us, man, y'all got to go in timeout for a second. Like, bro, what? Are you serious? Are you actually serious with me right now? Putting us in timeout just because a few folk can't act right? Just because a few folk can't act right? Oh, gosh. There we go. Close that. There we go. But yeah, Kofi and Rhea. Kofi and Rhea was just phenomenal, man. Shout out to Kofi and Rhea, dude. They put on a phenomenal match, and you would not expect that. At this point in both of their careers, you would not expect these two guys to get in the ring with each other and be able to put on damn near a 5-star match. Like, you can say that Kofi Rhea match at the lowest was like a 3.75. Because it was basically a 4. It's 4 to 5. 4 to 5. Phenomenal. Wrong winner, though. I would have had Kofi win because you're not doing much with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. I don't know what the point of the whole Big E turn was. I thought they were gonna do more with it. I made a whole theory video on it. I thought they were gonna do more with that, and they didn't. They put the tag titles on the War Raiders, and the one time I've seen the War Raiders was their rematch against Judgment Day like a month or two ago, and then when they pulled up on to help Damian Priest out when when the rest of Judgment Day were attacking him during the street fight. So it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing with the New Day. It sucks to see them going out like this, because I was already somebody that said, look it, the New Day are a Hall of Fame team. Treat them right. In the past 2 years, the past 2.5 years, they have not been treating them right. The last time the New Day were treated properly was like 2021, 2020 maybe. Like, they just haven't been treating them properly. And I don't think they need to be tag team like champions. I'm not saying that they have to be tag team champions every single time, but you gotta treat them better than what they're being treated as. And ever since Big E went down, they did absolutely nothing with them. They gave them a whole bunch of other people like Big O and Big D and Big everybody else. They had them. The one time they got a black guy, what happens? Xavier Woods just turns against them for some reason. I don't know what that whole thing was, but yeah, so maybe they'll bring back Odyssey Jones, though. I really hope they do re-sign him, just because of everything that happened around him and all that, and the whole false allegations and all that. Maybe they'll bring him back and they'll put him in the team. Now it's even better, because now you have a third person in the team that can really be a dominant, faction, which they are a faction. They can actually be dominant. But yeah, that's what I would do personally. If you don't bring back Odyssey Jones, though, I don't know what the heck you do. I don't know what you do. I don't like them being separated. It's not good. It's not good in my opinion. So yeah, I don't know, man. I really wish that they would treat the New Day properly, because this is a Hall of Fame team, one of the greatest of all time. People literally put the New Day up there with the Hardys, with Edge and Christian, the Usos, the Dudleys. Treat them better, man. Treat them better. Wrong winner indeed. Kofi should have won the match via some BS heel tactic. And then you have like Cruz and Joaquin come out, bruh. This is what we're doing? We're doing the New Day versus LWO? Really? Oh my God, man. We don't need this. We don't need LWO to be in any kind of storylines, really. I want this dang group out of here. 3 of the 4 members ain't even Latino. They not. It's just, oh my gosh, man. It's awful. It's awful. Get rid of the group. And finally, number 3, we get to talk about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. They're going to have another 5-star match at WrestleMania, and I'm so here for it, man. I'm so here for it. I'm hoping. Let me say I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get at this Mania, because you never know what the heck could happen. But I think it's going to be KO, Sami Zayn at WrestleMania. Quick water break. Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal match. I'm glad that Kevin Owens did come out. I was hoping that he was going to come out during Sami Zayn's little shebang, because if not, why did you mention him on Friday and all that stuff? I like the fact that Kevin Owens is also playing into like the whole, we're friends and all that. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. You help me win the title, I'll help you win the Royal Rumble. Although I feel like let's just play into this real quickly. If Sami Zayn did help Kevin Owens, I do not see Kevin Owens helping Sami Zayn back. There's no way that Kevin Owens would want to face Sami Zayn at Mania. Maybe he would. Maybe he felt like he could just beat him, because I think every time Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn face, I think Kevin Owens has won. At least in the big matches. I think like the little matches, Sami Zayn's got some wins. But I think in every big match, even going back to their Ring of Honor days, I think Kevin Owens has always won. So maybe KO feels like he could beat him. Maybe he does. I don't know. I would not be surprised if that's how he feels. And if that's how he feels, then hey, you know what, man? Whoops, the wrong thing. Shout out to, hey, man, Kevin Owens he's smart, man. He playing the game of, I'm gonna go get the guy that I know that I could beat, help him win the Royal Rumble, and then beat him at Mania. That'd be a pretty cool match to see, to be honest. Like, if Kevin Owens does win the belt from Cody, which I have no problem with it, by the way. I love Cody. That's my dog right there. Cody Raheem Rhodes. He's celebrating MLK Day today like all the rest of us are. But I got no problem with Cody losing the belt. If this is the way you want to go and you want to have KO versus Sami Zayn at Mania, I'm not even mad at it. Although I think we got to get Cody Randy at Mania. It's got to happen. Oh man, I'm so sick to my stomach that we have not gotten Cody versus Randy yet, and instead we had to do the whole Cody bloodline stuff because we thought Rock was getting involved and all that. Here you go, Rock messing everything up, and mind you, I wouldn't even wanted the Cody Rock match. It was a great story, but I don't think the match would have been good. But man, oh man, I really hope we get Cody Randy. I really hope we do. I also really hope that Braun and Sheamus, get treated better at some point, because these guys are going to put on a phenomenal match at Saturday night's main event. They're going to put on a phenomenal match. I hope it carries out from more than just one match and we get maybe 2-3 matches out of this, because Braun and Sheamus are phenomenal workers. They are so dang good, and this match is going to be a banger to steal from Sheamus. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a hard-hitting match. Them boys are going to be all bruised up by the end of it, and it's going to look like they got hit by a car. It's going to be such a good match. I wish there was better treatment for Braun Breaker, because look, I'm not even a Braun Breaker fan. I'm not a fan of the guy. I'm not super interested in Braun Breaker, but even I understand that he's one of the futures of WWE. Why are you giving him a half-ass storylines? I don't really like that. I mean, like, the J one was good, but that was the only storyline he had. And then now it's like he's had a storyline, somewhat of a storyline with Ludwig, but it wasn't even really Ludwig and Braun. It was Ludwig and Sheamus, but Ludwig had got involved in the Braun-Sheamus match, so that's why Braun went back at Ludwig and all that. Then he had the stuff with Sheamus that's been going on for a minute now, but they've never really given it a proper storyline. Then at some point, I think they had Pete Dunne involved in this whole entire thing. Maybe I could be misremembering. It could have been somebody else, but they had somebody there, and it's just like, I don't know. I said in a prediction video that I believe Karrion Kross should dethrone Sheamus. I think 2025 should end up being the year of the Final Testament. Push these guys a lot more, because now they're getting over with the crowd. We're seeing that Karrion Kross is actually liked. You had someone like me who literally has bashed Karrion Kross every chance I have gotten. I'm like, hey, yo, this guy kind of good. I see Karrion Kross, and I'm like, oh, that's why y'all like him. He's actually somewhat interesting when he's involved in, when he's not forced. When he's not forced in our faces and forced for him to be liked, he's actually pretty dang good. And I hope WWE recognizes that with other people and realizes if you don't need to shove him in our faces. We'll like him if we want to like him, like Becky Lynch. I don't know, man. I just hope that they do something with Braun Breaker, because he's a talent. He is a top guy, and he's going to be a top guy in WWE. You want to push this guy right. You don't want to, give him a bunch of boring storylines and just everybody loses interest in him. I think you got to really push this Sheamus thing as an actual storyline and not just as a super side story. Like, we see this nigga like a 2-3 minute segment between each other. If even now, I don't even think it was 3 minutes. I think it was like 1 to 2 minutes. Bar part 2, and we see Braun Breaker and Sheamus become a tag team, like how Sheamus and Cesaro were. I'm here for it, man. I am here for it, because someone was talking about the Bar earlier on my TikTok being one of their all-time tag teams in wrestling. I don't think they're the most wrong. And I think Sheamus and Braun Breaker, Sheamus is still at a point in his career where he could still compete at a high level, that if you put this guy in tag teams with a Braun Breaker, a future star, and then you eventually go into a 7-match series between Braun and Sheamus, it would eat. Or maybe you want to start off a 7-match series. I don't know. Whichever way you want to go. It would eat regardless. They're going to do their thing. And I feel like WWE should do something with the potential of a Braun Sheamus team, because maybe, the World Heavyweight and WWE title pictures are really stacked right now. That's really why Braun is not competing in any kind of World Heavyweight or WWE Champion matches, because of the fact that there's just so much there. You have John Cena this year. You got Dom, who's probably going to get into it for all the work he's done over the past 2 years. You got Gunther, who's still there. You got Cody Rhodes. You got Roman Reigns. You got Seth Rollins. You got CM Punk. You got Drew McIntyre. Now Kevin Owens has found his way into it. It's really, really, really stacked right now to where I think Braun Breaker, they should just kind of hold off on giving him a mega push and instead just kind of slowly push him. That's why I wouldn't have done these 2 IC title runs. I would have done 1 IC title run. I think he should have maybe... I don't know. I guess you need the Jay storyline there. But maybe he shouldn't have gotten it back, though. Maybe he shouldn't have gotten it back. I think maybe that's why I would have gone with it, because you really haven't used him much since. Like, you just put him in matches, and that's fine, but there's no storyline there with him at all. Same thing as this whole Judgment Day thing. Oh, my gosh. This Judgment Day thing, I don't know where the heck we've gone with Judgment Day. I'm going to be real with y'all. So many people say Judgment Day going to break up. Dude, I don't know. I really don't know, but I want them to break up because I'm tired of seeing them on the screen. I'm tired of seeing them. I love Dom. I love Liv. I do not care to see Raquel. I don't care to see JD McDonough, even though I think he's amazing in the ring. I don't care to see Carlito. I don't care to see Finn Balor. And it's sad because Finn Balor was one of my favorite wrestlers at one point. And he still is one of my favorite wrestlers. I think he's an absolutely phenomenal worker. He's amazing in the ring. It's just, this has been disgusting. This Judgment Day storyline has been awful. One of the worst storylines that I have seen. And the fact that PW Insider, I don't know who the heck voted for it, but they voted them as one of the best factions of 2024. Awful. What? You thought that was one of the best factions? They're garbage. Horrible. Get rid of the group. I really hope Liv and Liv and Dom, I hope they leave. And turn the wrong one off. I really hope Liv and Dom leave and we get to see Liv, Dom, and I guess Raquel just kind of do their own thing. You like Bayley and Damage Control? I like Bayley and Damage Control too. I think they were a really good group. I would love to see more from that if they want to, ever bring that back. If they ever want to, I think they could run it back especially with like Damage Control being faces now. Heck, man, they got everybody reworking together again, man. Bring it back, man. Bring them back together. But yeah, no, I'm just tired of the whole Judgment Day storyline. I want them to finally break up, but it looks like they're not going to break up anytime soon because of the fact that now Dom is going to be teaming with JD. Maybe we're going to get Dom and Finn, but damn, that means Finn going to get buried again. We're going to get more Finn Balor because Dom is going to pin him because there's no way that Dom is losing to Finn Balor, at least in 2025, maybe in 2018, in 2025. Bro, I think I might get a win against Finn. I think everybody in the chat might get a win against Finn. Finn ain't getting no W's. This man might actually finish 2025 with the most L's. Because this man is not getting no W's at all. You need Roxanne Bayley. I need Roxanne Bayley. And I'm so hyped for this match, man. I'm so hyped for this freaking match to finally happen. I think it's going to happen after Royal Rumble. Maybe like on like a Monday Night Raw or maybe even on NXT. I think it's going to happen afterwards. I don't know if Roxanne gets called up now. I think it's very possible for her to get called up now. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. Yeah, I think it's very possible that she gets called up now, although maybe they don't. Maybe they have the Roxanne Bayley stuff happen at in like an NXT, maybe like at Vengeance Day. I can see it happening there instead of having Roxanne versus Bayley be on the main roster. Maybe you don't want to call Roxanne up just yet. Me personally, I would just call her on up. Have the Roxanne Bayley stuff go. Maybe they want Roxanne Bayley at WrestleMania, which, hey, man, if you telling me we're getting Roxanne Bayley at WrestleMania, that's where her first big win happened, let's go, man. I am here for it. And then we push Roxanne versus Lyra because that's what we got to do. We got to push Roxanne versus Lyra eventually. We got to, run this feud back and all that. It's going to be an absolutely phenomenal feud. But yeah, no, I'm super hyped for Roxanne versus Bayley. If Roxanne does get called up, put on Raw. Oh, for sure. No, you got to put her on Raw. You got to put her on Raw because of Lyra. You got to. Mind you, you could put her on SmackDown too because of Tiffany Stratton if you really want to run that feud. But right now, you got Roxanne as a heel. You got Tiffany Stratton kind of being a heel, but also kind of being a face. So I don't really know what she's doing. I say put her on Raw, let her go against Lyra, and then let her hold that belt for a good amount of time because that's someone that you put a belt on them, Roxanne's going to kill it. She's going to absolutely kill it. Same as Nia and Bayley, man. We got to start talking about this. Nia and Bayley, over the past year and a half now, have not had a bad match against each other. Before, you could talk about before, but even like in NXT, they have not had bad matches against each other. I don't think there's been one bad Nia Bayley match, and I think over the past year and a half now, it's been nothing but 5-star matches between these two. When Nia and Bayley get in the ring together, it is fuego. It is the best show on mat. I would say show on turf, but obviously they're not on turf. It's the best show on the mat. These two women are phenomenal against each other. And people who, and I'm glad that like they're doing so well against each other because people that have been saying that Nia can't wrestle, Nia can't do this, Nia can't do that. She is showing you that Nia can do this, Nia can do that, and Nia can wrestle better than half the dang roster, better than 80% of the roster. Nia and Bayley are phenomenal. I will say Bayley's got to stop doing that dang sunset flip, man. That sunset flip where she throws you into like the ring post and all that stuff, it never looks good. It never looks good. I do not like it. She threw Nia like head first into it. Did not look good. The second the power bomb she did, she dropped her on the back of her. No. Was it the? I think it might have been another sunset flip she did, where she like dropped her on like her spine all awkwardly. She got to probably stop with those. Other than that, though, they put on 5-star matches every single time, man. Dakota Kai needs to win her first singles title before the end of 2025. This is what I think should happen. Fantasy booking of Dakota Kai. Fantasy booking Damage Control. Fantasy booking whatever. I think Dakota Kai should start talking to Io and Kyrie and say, we haven't been the same. I think let me bring that back. Fantasy booking, Dakota Kai, Io Sky, Damage Control, all that stuff. Io Sky needs to lose the Rumble. And Dakota Kai needs to start talking to Io Sky and saying, what have we become? We were the top faction on Monday Night Raw in 2023, in 2024, in 2022. We were the top faction. What happened? We got soft. And I think they need to go back to being heels. I think Dakota Kai needs to get in her conniving bag. I think Io Sky needs to get into her heel bag. I think Kairi Sane needs to get into her heel bag. They need to stop this whole face stuff with them. It's not working, in my opinion. Io Sky is so over because she's a phenomenal wrestler, one of the best wrestlers on the dang planet. They are so much better as heels. Every single last one of them are better as heels. Dakota, Io, Kyrie. Asuka is amazing as a face. So if you do bring Asuka back, I think we can eventually push an Asuka-Io match where Asuka breaks away from Damage Control because she doesn't like what they're doing. But I think Io should lose the Rumble and then eventually win the Chamber and go on to face Rhea. I know we want the Io-Rhea match. I think this is the better way to do it. I think have her be a heel because you can't have both of them being a face because March 1st is the Elimination Chamber. You're telling me we're gonna push two faces for an entire month and a half? We're not building that feud up like that. Put them as heels. You make Io Sky be the focal point once again. You have Dakota Kai go against Rhea within this month and a half. You have Kairi Sane go against Rhea within this month and a half. You even bring Asuka back and have her go against Rhea within this month and a half. And then you eventually push Io versus Rhea at WrestleMania and you have Io win. I think they're going to do Becky versus Lyra at WrestleMania as well. If we don't get that, though, throw another Dakota Kai match there. Or even, heck, go a triple threat, Dakota, Becky, Lyra, and have Dakota win that match. I think 2025, we need to put some gold back onto Damage Control. Have the women of Damage Control, Kairi Sane and Asuka, Kabuki Warriors, win the tag titles from Lash Legend and Dakara Jackson. Have that happen at WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania should be a big day for the women of Damage Control, where they should all win gold because That's the best women's faction. I thought PFC was going to get it done. Sadly, the first problem was their name, Pure Fusion Collective. Nobody even knows what the heck that actually means. I couldn't even tell you what that means. I thought they were going to be a fantastic team, though. I thought Sonya was going to be an eventual mid-card picture. I thought Zoe and Shayna were going to be in the tag team scene. I thought they're going to be dominating because they're absolutely fantastic wrestlers. They didn't do that. Get the women to Damage Control. I need to see these 4 women be back on top. I like Bayley better as a heel than as a face, but keep her face until Roxanne and her rivalry. Yes, I think Bayley should continue to being a face for a while. Probably should go back to being a heel at some point, though. If you want to push Bayley back with Io and them, you could. Or if you really wanted to, whenever you have Asuka break away from Damage Control because she just can't rock with what they're doing, I think then you could have Bayley, save Asuka, and then you kind of push a match between, I guess, Io, Kyrie, and Dakota versus Asuka, Bayley, and somebody else. I don't know, whoever the heck else you want to throw into that. But I need to see Dakota with gold this year. I thought she was going to get the IC title. She did not get the IC title. I need to see her with gold this year because, man, she's so dang good. She's so dang good. And I'm going to be real. I need to see Zoe and Shayna with gold too. I know I'm skipping to number 11, but that match cooked. That match absolutely cooked. And Zoe reminded folks, she can wrestle. You may not like her. You may think she's boring. But that missile dropkick was better than Io's. I'm being real, y'all. That missile dropkick was cold. She's got that in her bag when they actually let her do her thing. And I think now that now that Raw doesn't have time constraints, the matches don't have to be as quick as they were before. They won't only get like 5 minutes. So now it's not going to be as much pressure to, I got to go quick, I got to go quick, I got to go quick. So now Zoe can calm down because when she's calm, she's good. Watch her in NXT. Watch her in watch her in her feud with Rhea when she's allowed a lot of time and she's not having to be within 2-3 minutes. Everything is great. Zoe looks amazing. That's the Zoe that I love so much because she's a phenomenal wrestler. Mic skills, she's got to work on that. I'm gonna be real with y'all. But wrestling wise, oh no, she's got that. She's got that. She has got that. But yeah, no, I need to see some gold on Dakota Kai this year. And I do need to see the gold off of Rhea. I need to see the gold off of Rhea by WrestleMania. Rhea and Nia is going to cook, though, so I'm here for that one. It should have been at Rumble, though, because at Rumble so far, what do we have? We have Cody and KO. We have the men's and women's Rumbles. I needed Rhea and Nia, man. I think this feud needed just a bit longer, although I guess we've already seen the feud once. Maybe we don't need it again. I just need the feud a bit longer because they're phenomenal, man. Rhea and Nia are absolutely phenomenal. They are the perfect feud. The matches aren't always like the match wasn't the greatest match in the world, but they're a perfect feud with each other. They really are. You have the Eradicator versus the Immovable Force. I'm here for it. I can't wait to see this match. It's gonna absolutely cook. I wish we just would have had another week, though. Another week of build-up to Royal Rumble. That would have been perfect for me. But whatever, Whatever. I guess I'm here for it. But I'm also, like confused because Gunther's having a match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Rhea's having a match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Are none of the Raw champions going to be competing on Royal Rumble? Because you're not going to have Gunther having a match right after he just had a match. Like, what feud are you going to push? I don't even know who the heck's going to be the other match at Rumble. You going to have the Women's United States Champion? Maybe, but I'm sorry to tell you, Chelsea Green versus Michin is not Royal Rumble. I'm sorry to say that. It's not. It's not. I no, this is not the match. Maybe we get Tiffany Stratton, but who's Tiffany facing? Who Tiffany facing? She ain't even got a storyline. She ain't got nobody to go against. She ain't got, like she's not going against Bianca. Bianca's in tag matches. She's not going against Naomi. Naomi's in tag matches. Tiffany has nobody to face. Bayley been NXT. Oh, yeah, no, she for sure will. So, like, what are you going to do with Tiffany, she's not going to be doing anything. She ain't going to be doing a damn thing. You know what she's going to be doing? She's going to be sitting right in that crowd, so when Charlotte win the Rumble and Charlotte can point at her like that and be like, I'm coming to take that dang title from you. Let me tell you right now, when Charlotte takes the title from her, it's going to be the first time I have ever wanted Charlotte to take the title from somebody. The first time and probably the last time, unless, you know, somebody trash gets another title. Speaking of trash, the hell is that Penta Pete Dunne BS? What was that Penta Pete Dunne BS? That had me absolutely sick to my stomach. Why are we putting Penta versus Pete Dunne? Why? Who asked for this? Nobody asked for this. Nobody asked to see Penta versus Pete Dunne. How did we just go from Penta Chad Gable to Penta Pete Dunne? When I went live earlier on TikTok, everybody was predicting that it was going to be Penta versus Julius Creed or Penta versus Brutus Creed. No, we got Penta versus Pete Dunne. Now, mind you, I don't mind Pete Dunne, but they've done little to nothing with Pete Dunne. Done little to nothing. They had him like in 2 feuds last year at the exact same time. Didn't let him win either one of the feuds. And now you have Penta fighting Pete Dunne. It was not a good match. It was a decent match, but you can't have a decent match with Penta. It wasn't it. I love seeing Penta high flying and all that stuff. I thought it was absolutely phenomenal, but I'm just not here for this, man. Give Penta some real competition. Put him in a real match against somebody. Not this, man. You can't do this with Penta. You can't hype him up and then give him this mid-ass match. I'm cool. Speaking of mid, by the way, Logan Paul, he's not needed by WWE. WWE does not need Logan Paul. Logan Paul needs WWE because he ain't really got much else to fall on right now. He said he conquered the internet. Okay, you conquered the internet by posting very, very disgusting things. That's how you became such a hot commodity to where that crowd of people really liked you. I guarantee I know where Logan Paul is going to be in a couple of years once WWE does not work out. And I don't even need to say where he's going to be. We all can already tell where he's going to be, exactly who he's going to be shaking hands with and all that. I better not get Logan Paul versus Gunther at WrestleMania. I better not get Logan Paul versus John Cena at WrestleMania. I better not get one Logan Paul-John Cena match. I don't need it. I don't need it. Nobody wants this. John Cena fans don't want it. I don't even think Logan Paul fans want it. No. The match does not need to happen. And he does not need to fight Gunther either. If you're telling me I'm getting Logan Paul versus Gunther at WrestleMania, I'm changing to I mean, I can't change the channel, but you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the channel, just go to a freaking app or something like that. Cause ain't no way I'm watching Logan Paul versus Gunther. Why does he need to be in that dang match? Why? I mean, why does he need to be given that opportunity? This man's had like 10 matches and most of them were championship matches. He ain't worked for any of the matches. I'm sorry. No. I'm not happy to see Logan Paul next week. He got a hype package and everything too. You know the last person to get a hype package? Charlotte Flair. I mean, Charlotte Flair, like, you know, she got in because of a name, but she also got in because she put in the damn work. Tell me we need a Logan Paul hype package? For what? For what? Hell no. No. But speaking of hype, though, whoo-wee, CM Punk. Talk about somebody good. Talk about somebody that actually worked for their stuff. Oh, man, CM Punk, man. One thing about CM Punk, bro, this man does not miss. Floyd Mayweather is still 40-0. Yeah, Logan Paul didn't beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm not, no. He said I can't believe that man had the nerve to say he beat Floyd Mayweather. Oh, my gosh. No. I don't know what he's talking about. I ain't ever seen Logan Paul beat Floyd Mayweather in an actual match. I've seen Logan Paul beat Floyd Mayweather in a take a fall match. Take a fall for me, Floyd. But yeah, no, CM Punk, oh my gosh, man. I don't think he's winning the Rumble. The only reason I feel like this is because this man just cooked the heck out of a promo. And this is probably going to be the last thing leading up to the Rumble that CM Punk really does. He might be here and there, like, doing random things, but I don't see him doing much else. This man CM Punk is just absolutely goated when it comes to the mic, man. Oh, my gosh. 5 out of 5 every time this man touches a mic. 5 out of 5. But I don't think CM Punk wins the Rumble. I don't think he does. Although it was interesting about the cashing in a favor or two. So is the favor alluding to the Rumble? I feel like CM Punk trying to throw us off a little bit, because it's like, what would the favor in the Rumble be? For Roman Reigns to help CM Punk? That's the favor? I mean, I guess because he did just say, you owe me one. So I guess the favor is not anything in particular. It's not like, oh, it's a Mania match, or oh, it's a you help me out match. Anything like that. It's just whatever CM Punk wants. I don't think CM Punk's gonna waste that favor on a you help me eliminate some folk in the Royal Rumble and potentially get to the final two or whatever, and then we go try to take each other out and all that. I don't think that's gonna be I don't think that's gonna be the favor. Unless he got other favors that people owe him, then my goodness, man. This man got a whole damn checklist that he gonna be checking off. Hey, you owe me a favor, you owe me a favor, you owe me a favor, come help me out. He got the whole damn Royal Rumble owe them favor. They all gotta just jump over the ring. He's gonna be like, I won. Nah, I don't think CM Punk is winning the Rumble, though. I think it's either going to be, well, let me say this. If Jay wins the title from Gunther, CM Punk's winning the Rumble. 1,000%, because that means that Seth's winning the title from Jay. If Jay does not win that belt, though, I don't think they're going to do CM Punk versus Gunther. I don't think that's the Mania match they want to do for Gunther. I mean, for CM Punk. It's just, if you're going to do CM Punk at the Mania, you want to do CM Punk versus Seth Rollins, you want to do CM Punk versus John Cena, you want to do CM Punk versus just somebody that he has a history with. You don't want CM Punk to go against somebody that's like, not really the future of WWE, because Gunther's already like 38, 39 years old. You don't want to do it against Gunther. Like, if Gunther was like maybe like 26, 27 and looked like the future of WWE and was somebody that WWE has a lot of investment in to be one of the top guys, okay, now you could talk me into potentially CM Punk facing Gunther and all that, because you can say maybe CM Punk's going to put Gunther over, or CM Punk's going to take the belt off of Gunther. I don't like CM Punk versus Gunther, though, for just doing it just to give Punk a Mania spot and just to give him a win. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm fine off of that. I already talked about PFC versus Damage Control. Like I said, it absolutely cooked, man. Shout out to PFC and Damage Control, because that was an absolute banger of a match. Like I said, I'm happy. I'm happy to see PFC putting on banger matches. Shayna looked amazing. She looked an absolute monster. Looked really dang good in the ring, too. I know they were botching a bit before. Like I said, a lot of that had to do with the fact that they were being rushed in these matches. This match, I did not see any botches at all. I didn't see any missed hits. I didn't see anything that looked like it shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. I didn't see any of that at all. Happy to see that. Just like I was happy to see Seth versus Drew. Seth versus Drew was an absolutely phenomenal match. I knew it was going to be a phenomenal match, so there's not much to speak on with that. I love the fact that in the attack, Seth winning, I thought was going to happen. I thought he was going to win, and Drew going to crash out. Then Drew started saying, you need to be on my side. You need to team with me and all that stuff. They letting all of us know. That Drew, Seth, and KO are likely going to form the Crash Out trio. Seth Rollins also kind of wearing his Monday Night Messiah gear, got his hair up like the Monday Night Messiah, because he usually doesn't have it up like that. He usually has it long, but over the past, week or so, he's been having it bunned up again, like how he had as the Messiah. Goodness gracious, my nose. I hate when I itch my nose one time, and it starts itching like for 30,000 times. Now it looks like I'm doing something. I ain't doing nothing over here, all right? Just my dang nose won't stop itching. But yeah, we're gonna get Monday Night. It looks like we're gonna get Monday Night Messiah again, maybe like a different version of the character. We're gonna get Drew McIntyre with the group. We're gonna get KO with the group. So that's gonna be absolutely phenomenal. I already predicted that. I think what's gonna happen at WrestleMania is that we're gonna get Seth versus Roman. We're gonna get Drew versus Jimmy. I don't think Jay. I think Jimmy's gonna be the match, because I think Drew's gonna take out Jay. And Jimmy's going to start getting his shine this year, because he's absolutely phenomenal. And we're going to get KO versus Sammy. Although it's very possible, I guess, that we get Drew versus Roman and we get Seth versus Punk. We go that way instead. And we have one of them have the title. I don't know who has the title. One of them got to have the title, though. But yeah, it's very possible that we're going to be getting this. And it's all because of Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn giving the haluva kick to one Seth Rollins. He ain't going to understand it at all. He ain't gonna understand it. It's not like with Roman. It's not. Sammy's gonna be in a whole world of pain. Feel bad for Sami Zayn, man, because all you had to do was just not haluva kick him. But you did. Good job, Sami Zayn. You're the cause of the Crash Out trio starting. Yeah, overall, though, this is a really great Monday Night Raw. It had, like I said, the worst spot about the worst things about Monday Night Raw was a Judgment Day little thing, which I am interested to see what did Dom give to Chad Gable. What did he give to Chad Gable? That I don't even know. I truly do not know what the heck he gave to him. He said it's time to go work in the dark arts of lucha. I don't know what it could have been. I don't know, because he doesn't have a connection to Penta. I don't think they're going to be bringing in any other luchadors. There's no way they're bringing Alex in from AEW just yet. I think he's going to be coming in with Ray. You're not bringing Ray in yet, and you're not going to put Ray against Penta, although Ray and Penta have fought in Lucha Underground, so it's very possible that maybe they want to go that route. I was thinking that maybe it's going to be leading to an eventual Chad Gable, Dominic Mysterio versus Penta, Rey Mysterio match at WrestleMania. Still very possible that is the match, or maybe they do it at Royal Rumble instead. Yeah, I don't know what the heck Dom gave him. I'm more confused on what Dom gave Chad Gable than I am what The Rock gave Cody Rhodes. I feel like I have a better inkling of what The Rock gave to Cody Rhodes than I do what the heck Dom gave to Chad Gable. I don't know. Most random thing of all time. Like it was just like, where are we going with this? Did you like a pair of scissors cut the mask? I don't know. So I'm interested to see where that's going, although I'm not interested to see the Judgment Day stuff. I am interested to see what the heck is going on with Dom. What did he give to Chad? And like I said, the Penta and Pete Dunne stuff, just, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. I don't want to see a Penta Pete Dunne match ever again. I'm perfectly fine off of it. I think Pete Dunne needs to stay in NXT because I'm just, it sucks because Pete Dunne is actually pretty cool. I like the little shoulder shrug thing, but I just don't think Pete Dunne's going to succeed on the main roster. Honestly, I think Pete Dunne would do wonders in TNA. I think he needs to think about going over there because you got the partnership now, so I'm pretty sure it's almost easy as heck just to transfer over there if you want to transfer over there. And that would give TNA something. Like, Pete Dunne is a something. He's not like the biggest name in the world. He's not equal to a Joe Hendry or anything like that, or even a Jordan Grace. But with them losing Jordan Grace, you're getting Pete Dunne and potentially somebody else as well. Maybe somebody else moves to TNA. But I think Pete should think about going over there because I feel like he would do perfect with that crowd. I feel like that crowd would welcome him. It'd be very similar to the NXT crowd that welcomes Pete Dunne every single time he's in NXT. He would still get to technically be on WWE if they needed him for something. But I think like him just being a TNA like star is very possible. It's much more possible than it is in WWE. I think him being used properly in TNA is much more possible than him being used properly in WWE because there's nothing for him. He was absolutely amazing as the UK champion. If you ever get a chance and you got Peacock, go back and watch the NXT UK days. Pete Dunne was phenomenal. One of the best on their dang roster. He was so dang good. His match with Walter/Gunther is absolutely phenomenal. 5-star match. We are not going to get that version of Pete Dunne in WWE. In TNA, we could definitely get that version. We could get Pete Dunne with the TNA championship and being a top dominating champion for like a good 6 to 8 months because that's just how good Pete Dunne really is. And they're not going to be expecting what they expect in WWE. They're just going to be happy with getting the top guy over there because, you know, TNA hasn't really had much. Goodness gracious. You know, like, they had a move to the top. They will take Pete Dunne. I want to see Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria. If Bayley goes heel, I can see that happening. I don't think we get Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria anytime soon, though. Unless, like, it's just a one-off championship match where Bayley loses. I think you could see that. But I don't think we get Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria anytime soon. Although I will say this, if we get Bayley versus Roxanne right now, we're going to get Bayley versus Roxanne again down the line, because before Roxanne gets to fight Lyra, they're definitely going to have a number one contenders match. And Bayley's going to be in that match. Maybe it's a fatal four-way, but Bayley is going to be 1,000% in that dang match, because if there's a fatal four-way for a number one contendership for any women's championship, just pencil in Bayley. Bet your house on Bayley, because Bayley is 9 times out of 10 going to be in that dang match. So you're going to get to see Bayley Roxanne more than once this year. More than just their whatever storyline they're going to have this year, however many matches it is, if it's 1 match, 2 matches, 3 matches. We're going to see a lot more matches from Bayley and Roxanne this year. And I'm super hyped for it, because it's gonna feed families. But yeah, like I said, overall, this Monday Night Raw was absolutely phenomenal. Besides those 2 things, everything else, amazing matches. You know, storylines here, cool. But Kofi Ray, 4-star match. Nia Bayley, 5-star match. Penta Pete Dunne, didn't care for it. PFC Damage Control, 4-star match. Seth versus Drew McIntyre, 4-star match. Just absolutely phenomenal all across the board. I'm pretty sure there's another match I think I'm forgetting. No, I don't think that was another match I'm forgetting. I think there just might have been. No, there's a lot of promos. And all the promos are really good, too. Jay and Gunther, CM Punk's promo, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens promo. The Judgment Day one we don't even care about. They were all really just good promos, though. Really, really good promos. Bayley has never been in NXT Stand and Deliver. Yes, she has. Oh, wait, no. Because Stand and Deliver barely became a thing. It used to be TakeOver, that's why. Yeah, no, she's never been at Stand and Deliver. I could see a potential of Bayley versus Roxanne at Stand and Deliver this year if they really want to do that route. Which they could. I'm not even mad at that. Like, if they wanted to go that route with Bayley and Roxanne, that's like, you know, Roxanne wins that match, goes, and then like that's her way to officially get to the main roster afterwards. So if they want to kind of just hold it off a bit, where Roxanne's kind of on Raw and SmackDown and just showing up and stuff like that. She's in the Rumble, and then here comes Bayley at Vengeance Day, and they get their match at Vengeance Day. And it's like, well, the first match is that, then they have like an Elimination Chamber match, and then we get Roxanne versus Bayley at Stand and Deliver. I'm here for that. I have zero issue with that at all. I think it's going to be a great dang match. It's going to absolutely feed families. I just hope that, you know, they do this Bayley Roxanne feud right, because it can cook. It can absolutely cook. And I think Bayley should probably win at Vengeance Day. I think if you're going to go three rounds, you got to have Bayley win at Vengeance Day. Even if you want to just do 2 rounds, you got to have her win at Vengeance Day. And I think what you should do is I think this is how I would book it. I would have Bayley win at Vengeance Day, but Roxanne gets the last laugh by just taking her out and injuring her. Now Bayley's is out for like a month. Roxanne starts inching closer back to the title picture, and then here comes Bayley, making a big return, attacking Roxanne, and then they get another little attack with each other. Then they get like a big old fisticuffs with each other and all that stuff, and eventually the match gets booked for Stand and Deliver. That's exactly how I would do it. They might not even need 3 matches. Maybe the 3rd match can happen later down the line, but right now just 2 good matches or 2 phenomenal matches, because that's what it's gonna be. Because when Roxanne wrestles wrestlers and not NIL athletes, phenomenal matches, 5-star matches. Her against Lyra, 5 stars. Just, oh man, it's so dang good. Her against Corey J was even like a good 4-star match. So yeah, shout out to Roxanne, shout out to Bayley. Hope to see that dang match happen soon. I hope it happens to Stand and Deliver, so you can give Bayley kind of like Stand and Deliver a moment as well, because she hasn't had that moment. You got to have Roxanne win there, though. I think I would go with Roxanne winning at Stand and Deliver. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and be it for this Monday Night Raw recap. Definitely hope y'all did enjoy this little live stream. I am going to get back to my podcast that I was doing a while back, the My Side of Things podcast. I think I'm gonna record it on my own. I'm gonna be posting it onto YouTube, posting it onto like Spotify and everywhere else you listen to podcasts and all that. So if y'all would love to see that, go ahead and let me know in any one of my comment sections or any one of my YouTube videos. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out for now, though. Y'all have a great night. It was very fun talking with y'all. Stay safe, everybody. Have a great one. If you're not already sub, make sure you do sub to the channel as well. We are gonna be doing a AEW Dynamite recap, and we're gonna be doing a Friday night SmackDown recap as well. We might do a Collision recap. We'll see. It depends on if I really want to talk Collision that night, because sometimes Collision cooks on, Collision doesn't cook. NXT, I just don't watch it on Tuesdays. I have to watch it like a day or two later because I don't have cable television, or else I would talk NXT. So yeah, but y'all have a great one.